Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another video. We've just been blessed with another update. It looks like it's going to be a lot more skins. It says here the Dead Hands collection. I'll go through these skins. We've got a bunch of new gloves that seem alright. I haven't actually looked at them before, so let's have a quick look on how to look at them. Okie dokie, so starting things off, we have got the PP Bison RMX. Do you know what? For a blue, that's not too bad, you know. For a blue, that looks pretty nice. I love the hue contrast. PP9, yeah, PP19. It looks good, you know. I actually really like that. Let's have another look at the back. Yeah. Oh, I love the little happy face that they've got on it. Yeah, no, I think that looks pretty good. That actually, I'm not gonna lie. Next skin. Next up, the UMP Fragment. Definitely looks like a blue skin. It's not actually that bad of a blue skin, I will be honest, but it's definitely a blue skin. Let's give it a quick little inspect real quick. I mean, yeah, it looks alright. I love the kind of 3D effect that they've got going on, but it's definitely a blue skin, absolutely. Next skin. The next skin we've got is the Sword Off Fusion. There are definitely better Sword Off skins in my opinion, but this looks really nice with the, you know, the matte black sort of finish, or the, you know, the black finish. A little bit of colour here. It kind of looks like eyes there. Let's give it a cheeky little inspect and see what it looks like. But I think that looks alright, you know. Definitely a blue, but an alright blue at that as well. I think in Stat Track this will look a little bit better, but yeah. Next skin. Next skin we've got is the 5.7 Dark Polymer. This looks absolutely awesome in my opinion. Let's see what it looks like in Inspect real quick, because I know these ones have kind of a cool 3D effect. Yeah, it looks alright. I would say it's a decent blue. Yeah, it just looks a little bit weird, but I think that looks alright, you know. I think that's not too bad of a 5.7 skin, to be fair. If I saw that, I wouldn't be like, you know, oh my god, that's the best skin in the game. But it does look nice. It does look nice. Yeah, decent, half decent. Next skin. The next skin we've got is the USPS Silent Shot. This looks really, really, really cool for a blue. I'm going to be honest, this looks really, really cool for a blue. I can imagine if you had like the, you know, the blue polygon gloves, this would look absolutely awesome. But yeah, no, that looks sick, to be honest. That looks really, really cool. You got some really nice anime art style. I'm a huge fan of the anime art style. Yeah, this looks really, really cool. You got some lovely kind of texturing on the back there, actually. Lovely texturing on the grip as well. Yeah, this looks really, really cool, actually, guys. Yeah, hell yeah. Next skin. The next skin we got is the M4A4 Zubastik, something like this. If you're into the kind of like hand-drawn sort of style, then this is definitely going to be one for you. It's not really my style. But for the right person, this can be a really, really awesome M4. I think for me personally, though, it's not going to be one of my top picks. It does look quite nice, to be fair, but I love my M4 skins that I've currently got. So this personally isn't one for me, but it does look quite nice. Actually, it does look quite cool. It's got that lovely kind of hand-drawn, kind of doodle book style of you know, cross hatching here. Yeah, it's really, really nice, to be fair. The artist that did this, I think that looks really, really nice. But although it is simple, I think it pulls together quite nicely. But that's not my personal style of skin, but it is quite cool. Anyway, next skin. The next skin we've got is the Bok Blocks. It is a pink skin, kind of. I'm not quite sure what to make of this one. It's kind of reminded me of, like, you know, the Cartoon Network sort of thing. But yeah, I have not too much to say about this. It's just kind of arrows and shapes and shit. It's nice, but Come on, let's be real. Who uses the M249, man? You know, this gun needs a serious buff to be able to use in game. Anyway, next skin. The next skin we've got is the Urban Sovereign from the MP9. It's another one of these graffiti skins. I'm gonna be honest. I prefer the like, it's kind of called like the latte or something. It's very pink. I prefer that. But if you wanted kind of a different flavor of graffiti skin, then you've got this one here. However, one thing I really do like about this skin is the kind of 3D effect you're getting from the gold, if you can see that. I'm not sure if you can on like a phone screen or something, but the 3D effect on this gold is really cool. It really does look like paint, you know, like from a marker. That looks really cool. But yeah, next skin we've got is the Desert Eagle Fire Breathing. I think that looks pretty cool. I don't think it's a purple. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's a purple. However, it looks alright. But I would personally even take, like, say, a mulberry over this. I'm not gonna lie. However, there is a little bit of kind of sparkling to the blue. If you can just about see that, there is like a kind of like a sparkling to the blue. It looks alright, but I personally think it's not a purple. But it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Next skin is the M4A1S Electrum. Really cool if you're building a green loadout, because this is what I could imagine to be a cheaper moss quartz. Moss quartz used to be cheap back in the day, but now it has kind of gone up in price quite a lot. I used to have one. But no, that's long gone from my inventory. This, however, I can imagine being kind of like a, you know, a cheaper version of it. However, it does look really nice, to be fair. I might have to pick one of these up, to be fair. I quite like that. As basic as it is, I love the gold accents. I love the highlight colors, the gold and red to the green. It really does. I think this is a really well balanced skin, to be fair, in terms of the colours that are being used. I really like this, to be fair. This one I might actually have to pick up myself. Oh my god, very nice. Next skin. The next skin we've got is the Galligator. It's like a alligator, but for Galil. It's reminding me of the Cerberus, you know, the one with the doggies on it. It's alright. It's not my favourite though. I don't know why this is a purple again. But if you're into like kind of like the nuclear kind of, I don't know, style, if you're into this, you're into it really. But it's not for me. But next skin, yeah. Next skin is the MP7 Amberline, and straight off the bat, it does look a little bit like a Valorant skin, but I do kind of like it actually. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know whether I'd actually buy it. I don't know whether I'd get it, but I guess for the right person, like if they're building like an orange, I don't know, maybe a yellow loadout, it might work. But I think if you're building an orange loadout, this will spice things up quite a lot actually. Yeah, it's quite nice, but for me, probably not. Next skin. The next skin is the P90 Death Gaze, and holy shit, this is fucking awesome. So you've got basically Medusa. You got basically Medusa with the snakes coming out of the hair. You've got some lovely kind of red accents with like the horns and the lasers and the eyes turning shit to stone. You've got like quite cool graffiti saying like one way, stuff like that, rush B, no stop rush B, you know, this kind of stuff. I think this is a really cool P90 skin, but I think it's definitely going to be a collector's piece, because P90 in game is, in, I would say, my objective opinion, based on kind of like what I use and you know, the price of this SMG. It's like something ridiculous, like 2,300 or something for this SMG, 2,350 or something. It's a lot of money for an SMG, when I could just spend a little bit extra and get an M4. And there's other SMGs in the game that are better, in my opinion, say like the MP9 and the MP7. So, personally, I don't think this is going to be used very much in game unless, say, it's a collector getting this skin. Because don't get me wrong, this skin is gorgeous, really, really gorgeous. But it's I don't think it's going to be used an awful lot, if that makes sense. Anyway, next skin, I'm yapping. The next skin is the P250 Kinstugi. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Once again, you've got that lovely kind of 3D texture on the gold. It reminds me of those pots. I think this is what they're going for. They're going for the restored pots, where they fill it with like gold or something. To when it cracks and stuff, it just makes beauty out of the cracks and stuff. It's really, really cool. I think that is a really, really nice P250 skin, to be fair. Definitely worth a pink, absolutely. I genuinely think that's quite nice. If you were hating on this skin, maybe it could go down to a purple, but I think that is a really nice pink. Yeah, beautifully made. Whoever made this, very, very good job. That is really, really nice. Anyway, next skin. Now we get into the AK-47. We've got a good variation of weapons in this terminal. This is the AK-47 Crane Flight. Yeah, again, it's kind of going for that kind of like gold kind of inlay sort of thing. There's not that 3D texturing that's going on with the other skins. However, what we are looking at is a pretty gorgeous AK, to be fair. Wow, that is a nice AK, but not my favorite, right? I'm not saying it's my favorite, but it's a really, really nice AK skin. You got this lovely kind of tree pattern. You got a crane, lovely gold accents on it. Yeah, no, it's really, really nice actually. Next skin. The second to last skin that we have got is the Glock 18 fully tuned, and instantly I am like, yeah, I want it. It's pink as fuck, it's cute as fuck. You've kind of got this anime style going on. You've got lovely kind of graffiti sort of like so what do you call it, like bubble letters here. This looks really, really, really cool. I'll zoom out for a little bit so you can see the entire skin. Yeah, I am all for this. This looks amazing. I'm gonna want one of these in StatTrak. Absolutely. Yes, I am all for this skin. Holy shit, this is amazing. The next skin is gonna be the Queen's Gambit AWP. And wow, once again, just an incredible AWP. Oh my lord. Oh my god, yeah, wow. This is incredible. Sorry for zooming in, but like, holy cow, dude. That is amazing. That is really, really cool. Let's have a quick little inspect of that. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm blown away. Now, that is a gorgeous, yeah, this is an amazing terminal. I just hope the prices aren't like insanely fucking high, but wow, that's really, really cool. Next thing will be the gloves. I've got to figure out how to inspect the gloves for you guys, but wow, so far this terminal really, really good, actually, really, really good. Next thing, let's go. Okay, so I've sorted out my view model. And first off, these gloves here, they are called, what are they called? They are called the Ultraviolet, and wow, really, really cool gloves. I really hope that these are these are cheap, because these are kind of like budget vices if you wanted to have them as cheap. I don't think they will be cheap, but if they were, these are going to be a great pick for me. I'm going to be honest. I'd love these gloves. The next gloves are the Red Racer. The next gloves are the Red Racer. Yeah, these are all right. I would personally take my slingshots, but if they are a budget version of slingshots, I don't mind them. But I would personally like the slingshots over this, personally. Next gloves. The next gloves are the Creme Pinstripe, and... yeah, for me, maybe not. For the right person, yeah. I could see it going well for a black-white loadout, as well as maybe a black-white-red loadout. That might be quite cool. But for me, personally, these are going to be a skip. These are going to be a big skip. The next gloves. The next gloves are the Blaze. These look like fucking Hot Wheels. These look like those toy cars you'd get when you're a kid. Not for me, brother. Not for me. Maybe even like one of those lowriders, you know, with the you used to get in GTA. Yeah, no, not for me, bro. Not for me. Next gloves, next gloves. The next gloves are the sports glove Frosty. Just get polygons, in my opinion. I mean, this is all my opinion, right? This is all my kind of like thing of like my personal opinion. But if it was me, I would be getting polygons. But if you like them, it's no hate sent your way. But this is my personal kind of opinion. Sorry. Next gloves, lol. The next gloves are the violet beadwork. I think these are kind of nice. Definitely not my favorite gloves, but they work. They work. They're all right. Again, it's not nothing amazing in my opinion, but they're all right. Next gloves, I reckon. The next gloves are the what are these called? These are called the Big Swell. They have the gorgeous painting of the wave. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's like a wave. It's a very, very famous painting. These are, I would say, quite cool. For the right person, these I think would be worth quite a pretty penny. Maybe if they're pattern based, so you see like the wave on the left hand. Maybe if they're pattern based, this could like drive up the price quite a lot to the right person. For me though, I'm gonna give these a skip, but they're nicer. They are nicer. I would say next gloves. Yeah, let's go. Next gloves are the Sunburn. Yeah, they're alright. Not great in my opinion. Again, I'm really sorry. I'm being a bit harsh, but yeah, no, I mean, to the right person, I guess, like, if you're doing a red loadout. But even then, man, I would take my slingshots, dude. I would just take the slingshots over this, but yeah, it's up to you, dude. It's up to you. Next gloves. So the next gloves are the Pillow Punchers, and straight away, it's not just because of my agent skin. Straight away, these are fucking awesome. These are really, really cool. Just imagine that with like, oh yeah, yeah. No, I like these white out ones. Bro, I'm a sucker for the color white. I mean, yeah, no, this looks sick. This looks really, really cool. Next gloves. Wow, these are really, really awesome. Next gloves. The next gloves are the chocolate Chesterfield. They look like those what's it called? Like really old kind of bar seats. You know when you go into like a really old pub and they have like the fucking leather like seats or something? This is what this looks like. For me personally, a skip. But if you're doing a black and yellow loadout, boys, I think you found your set of gloves here, man. But for me personally, maybe not, man. Maybe not. They look a bit too, they're not for me, put it that way. Sorry, I've just woken up. But yeah, no, not for me. Next gloves. The next gloves are the, what are they called? They're called the Black Book. I like them, but they're not my favorite. It's got that graffiti stuff to it, which is quite cool. But Next gloves, it would be really cool. Phil, Next gloves actually, it would be really cool if these were pattern based and you could get different doodles. That would be really cool. Anyway, Next gloves. The Next gloves are the Cloud Chaser, and these, straight off the bat, I would say are better than the polygons. So if you know what I was saying before about the blue polygons. These, in my opinion, are better than the blue polygons. These look a lot nicer than the blue polygons. So I might be messing up the name of that glove because it was an old glove and I can't really remember stuff, and I have just woken up. But wow, yeah, no, I would say these are not too shabby. These, I really like the blue bit on the knuckle of the left and right hands. You see, like the blue bit, the blue chunk. Yeah, that's sick, dude. These are really cool. Yeah, Next gloves. The Next gloves are the Lime Polycam. I think they were called Lime Polycam. Wow. But the Lime Polycams, right? These are so fucking green. It's unbelievable. If you got like an emerald knife with these, that would be just an absolutely fucking fire combo, dude. I can already see people doing like an emerald combo with these. These are fucking sick, dude. These are really cool. Next set of gloves, please. Next gloves. Next skin. The next gloves are something called the Wave Chasers. It is reminding me of like China teacups and stuff. I would say they're not as cool as the other white gloves, the pillow ones that we just saw, but these are classy as fuck. These are classy as fuck. These are pretty sick. I'm putting these in second place. And then the snow leopards, I haven't even thought of those, but I used to have some. But yeah, no, these are really nice as well. Actually, I think they're nicer than the snow leopards I used to have. Oh. Maybe snow leopards in third place, I don't know. Anyway, next skin. And the next gloves we have are the Cigara, I think they're called. Cigaiha, I have no idea. But they've got a lovely little blue pattern to them. If you're doing like a cyan loadout, it kind of... I wouldn't say they're as good as the hand wraps, the cyan hand wraps. I have actually got some. Let me just show you real quick. The overprints, they're not as good as the overprints, but they're alright. Next gloves, let's go. The next gloves are the Plum Quill. They kind of look like a dragon fruit, if you know what I mean, like the inside or the outside of a dragon fruit or something. But we have a second pair of purple gloves in the game, which I think is pretty W. Personally, not my favorite. I think the I don't know, the kind of spots are giving me like heebie-jeebies. Do you know what I mean? The spots are making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. The black spots, they're making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Next gloves. The next gloves are the hand sweaters, and this just looks like a sweater that you'd see on like freaking Blue's Clues. Hang on, I swear this is like Blue's Clues sweater. Is it not? It's like one of those old sweaters, the ones with no sleeves sort of thing, and their shirt would be sticking out of it. Yeah, yeah, not my favorites, but like if you want some winter gloves or whatever, you've got some in the game now. Not my favorite, but next skin, I find them quite funny. Next skin. The next skin is, wow, okay. The Garden. Ooh, bro, I like these, bro. These are not too bad. They remind me of like, well, of course they're embroidered, right? But they remind me of kind of like grandma's house, Like, am I getting the same kind of like feeling as you? Like, I hope so. These are kind of, yeah, these are giving me like grandma vibes, but they look sick. I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty sick. All the blue on the inside of the hand. Ooh, yeah, these are sick. These are really, really cool. Next gloves, next gloves. These next gloves are called the Dragon Fist. They have a quite a cool scaling effect to them. I think if you're doing like a red loadout, these will be really, really cool. And now, this is my personal opinion. My slingshots are still better, just because I unboxed them. But no, these are really fucking cool. These are really red. Really, really nice. If you're doing a red and black loadout, hell yeah. These are sick. If you're doing a red and white loadout, slingshots all day. But yeah, these are pretty sick. Next gloves. So the next gloves are the brocade flowers. Once again, it's kind of giving grandma vibes, but it's also giving that kind of Chinese velvet sort of vibe as well that I'm kind of here for, you know. A lot of this is kind of like is kind of like that Chinese sort of styling. I'm not gonna lie, I'm seeing that a lot through this update. But do you know, I'm actually here for it. I think it looks really, really nice. Cyan, once again, that cyan stuff. If you're doing a cyan loadout, this is fire. Hang on, bear with me 2 seconds. Can I? What side am I? I'm on T side. Can I quickly swap my knife real quick? And can I just respawn? Gotta like respawn this way maybe. Does that? Oh shit! Hang on. There we go. I guess because of the black handle, it doesn't perfectly work. If this had a white handle, but you know the Talon knife. You know the Talon knife. It has that white handle. It could go kind of hard. Yeah, no. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. But it would take some time to get the right loadout. But yeah, no, I'm fucking with it. Next Skinnerino, and the second to last skin Areno is it's actually called the Brocade Crane. It's the same as the last one, but it's just the crane version of it. So instead of flowers, it's a crane. Once again, I'm gonna quickly get a red knife. Let's get the huntsman on it. Fuck it. Let's get the huntsman on it. And let's respawn. Bang. And then let's do that. So, I think actually the no. Let's do the. Sorry, boys. Let's do that one. And let's respawn her real quick. Bosh. Okay. Yeah, okay, find the right knife, and these could go hard. The two knives that I've got, the two red knives that I've got, don't really work with it, in my opinion. But these could go quite hard, to be fair. They're lovely kind of block red colour. So yeah. Just find the right gloves, and these could work beautifully. These could work beautifully. Next gloves. The final gloves. Oh, the final gloves are the occult, and wow, they have a lovely gold color to them, and they have a lovely block of red going with them as well. I think these look pretty fucking sick. Definitely not my favorite gloves in the entire collection. I'm not gonna lie. But you are looking at these being quite nice. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you are still watching, do consider subscribing. It really does mean the world to me. But thanks you genuinely for watching. I've been Boop. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter because I can tend to yap for fucking ages about Counter-Strike. But anyway, I wish you guys all the very best. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.